Okay, so I got a second job. I work at Elevate and then IHOP, and the people at Elevate hate me because I have social anxiety. When I get into crowds, my trauma response is to avoid them because I had bad experiences in crowds of just not fitting in and like getting made fun of and stuff like that. So for orientation, like it's like a crowd setting, and for like the next 3 days, you're in a crowd. And so I stayed by myself because that's my trauma response with crowds. And on top of that, like with having like a very inviting RBF, like people just got a wrong impression of me. Like they think I'm like rude and stuff like that. One guy told me that I look like I should be called Raquel. Like that should be my name because I guess how I look. But so yeah, they hate me. They don't talk to me. I'll talk to them and like they'll like look away. I'll talk to like the head, which like I don't mind because like I'm like avoidant of relationships. Like I don't like getting really close to people. Like and like feeling like I have to be friends. So like I thrive in the situation, but yeah, they don't like me. The GM's really close to a couple of girls. They don't like me there. So yeah, hopefully I can pay off my credit card fast and then that. So yeah, last week I was sleeping 3 hours a day because I was going for IHOP overnight and then working at the other place, Elevate. So I wasn't sleeping a lot. And then Monday was my first day off and I just like slept the whole day. Oh, I'm getting nervous. I'm shifting into my sympathetic nervous system. I can feel it. Yeah, that's also new. Like I can feel myself when I go from the sympathetic to parasympathetic. I can feel my body like shifting into the other sympathetic like nervous system, which is like the weirdest thing ever, but it's good for me. So I really have to work on my breathing, especially when I'm talking. So where was I with that? So yeah, Monday I slept all day. I stayed in the dark, and being in the dark makes me depressed because I'm not getting like the vitamin C. I'm not getting the serotonin, the boost I'm supposed to get. Because when you're in the dark, your body is like thinking you're trying to go to sleep. So your body's like putting these chemicals that will help you sleep. And so that whole day I was like depressed. And then Tuesday I went out with a friend. It was like the first time in the longest time. And I was just so carefree and so like myself, because usually when I'm with people, like my biggest trigger, my biggest trauma, like a lot of trauma is because I was called weird as a kid. I was a homeschool kid and I never fit in. And so I stay away from people that I know are going to call me weird. So if you grew up different from me, I'll stay away from you, and then I'll act like what I think that you think is not weird. So I'm never myself. And so yesterday was like my first time. It was like my first time being myself, and I like felt so happy. I was so carefree. I was like joking around with, because we grew up the same way. So we were both like weird, immature, like weird, like crazy people together. And I like thrived so much. I came home and I was so alert, so happy. I went to sleep. I slept 8 hours like a baby. I woke up and I was so present. And like it was like such a good feeling. And then like I just started feeling a tightness in my chest. And then I was like, I need to cry. So I just like started bawling, like, which I usually don't do that because I don't want people to hear me. But I just let myself and I just bawled, and I didn't know why. Like what, I don't know. So I I Grok, the AI thing, and I started just like talking to him in full sentences, talking to it and seeing what it's saying, and it was pretty much telling me that like that was like a piece of me, like that carefreeness that I haven't felt in such a long time. And then now coming back to like my life of like being like dead, like no happiness, I don't know, like coming back to like how I usually am, it is like makes me sad. And so I had such a breakthrough with that because I started like just like saying random like asking it like random stuff. I don't have a therapist, so I use it as my therapist. So I'm just like asking all these questions and I'm getting all this stuff out. And I'm like, that is like amazing. I feel like I had a breakthrough today just from all the stuff I learned by talking to Grok. I don't know. I also cried. I was literally picturing myself like someone on top of me, like me having sex, and not like getting turned off, but turned on, but just like beautiful, like passionate, like romantic, like I don't know. But it made me cry. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm like love deprived, touch deprived, like literally everything. And I do want to get in a relationship, but I want to wait because I feel like the longer I wait, like I've changed so much, and like I'm getting prettier, I'm getting mature, I'm getting like physically better, like my body's getting better. I'm like healing my vaginismus or whatever. Like everything just healing, and I'm just like the longer I wait, the better I get, the better of a guy I can get. Like I can get like such a good guy, you know? And so that's what I want to do. And so I want to wait and like develop myself as much as I can so I can get the best guy I can get. Also, I'm not naturally pretty. So if I take my lashes off and I take my wig off, I'm not pretty. I don't feel pretty. I know I'm not pretty. I would never get like the attention I get now. And so I'm just like, I need to find someone that's on my level. A lot of people like they'll think they're like a 6 and they'll be like a 3. So they start looking for 6s and they'll never find their match because they're looking for something, like they're finding something, they're trying to look for something that they don't attract naturally, you know? And so I'm just like, you know, I think I'm a 6, like with everything done, but I think naturally I'm like a 4 or 5. So it's like, I shouldn't be like so picky on like finding the cutest, hottest guy, which I don't want anyways, because I have like I feel I have a lot of like growing up or how I grew up and seeing so many relationships, and like I just know what I want and what I don't want. And every time I see like something, I'm like, no, I don't want this. And like, so another thing that happened was like my aunt, not my real aunt, but she was like grew up with me and we lived together kind of like the place. And so she is such a catch. She's such a pretty girl. She's got her degree, she's a principal, she's got everything paid off. Like she is like an amazing person. And so she waited forever. Like she was like 30 something, 33, until she found like this nice like black guy, masculine. He's got a good job, he's got a good car. Like she in like anyone's eyes, like she got herself a real one. And then it's just like they've been married 2 years. And like a year after they got married, he lost his job, which is fine, but he hasn't found one, and it's been a year, so he doesn't work, and which is not her fault, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with losing your job and like trying to look for a job. There's nothing wrong with that. But I don't know, like seeing that, like it makes me like put my standards up higher. So I'm like, now I want someone with a degree. Now I want someone with like more care. Like I don't, because he's a handsome guy and he's probably like a dominant, you know. But then I know some people that married like not as attractive guys and not very dominant, and but very like smart and very hardworking, like have better character, more like good character. And I feel like those ones, they like do better. I'm like in relationships than like the handsome, dominant, like good, the all around good guy versus like the good guy with good character and good like work ethic. And so I was just like, so I don't want like a character, like a dominant like character, not character, but like a dominant, like that type of person. I want like a character, like not the dominant, but like the character type. So that's like what I'm like looking for now versus like the other type. So, and that was all off of one experience that I've seen. And so, and then that like makes sense because like I'm not a 6, I'm like a 3, and like I probably will attract another 3, but has good character and hopefully has good teeth. But like that's who I want and that's who I attract. And so that was another thing that I'm not going to write about because it takes forever. I'm journaling, but if whatever I can't journal, I'm just going to talk about in here. So that's that. And I don't know, I feel like the more I wait, the more like I'm like more character based and more like worth ethic and stuff like that. Like, and so I don't know, I just want to keep reading and keep bettering myself so I can like get that person. Like, and also I'm like not ugly, but like obviously he doesn't have to be the hottest thing, but like good teeth, like good like features, just not like traditionally like hot or pretty, like, you know. So, but I like someone I think is really cute. So like not balding and stuff like that. But yeah, that's that. Yeah, I cried a lot today because I do want love, I do all that stuff, but I'll put it on a back burner if it means I'll get a better guy. And yeah, like that carefreeness that I used to have, like that I had got a glimpse of yesterday. I want that, and like I need to figure out how to, like, I don't know, it's sad because I know the lifestyle I know the life I want for myself, but I can't create that for myself because of my traumas and my laziness, my procrastination and stuff like that. I can't look long term, like let me do this for a year so then I can't even like think that way. So I don't know how I don't know how even to fix that. I just have to whatever. Also, I forget what it's called, but I don't know what I look like. Like I see myself and I have such a vivid imagination. I can like daydream, maladaptive dream. I can think of anyone, see anyone, but if I close my eyes and I try to picture myself, it's just blank, it's blurry. I don't know what I look like. I see myself, but I close my eyes and I try to like picture what I just saw. And it's like, at first it gets like very fuzzy and then it goes away. I can't even remember what I look like, which is the weirdest thing. So I'm like going through Grok and I'm like trying to, what does this mean? And they're like, pretty much like when I was younger, which is true. Like I was like, because I grew up with like all white people, which is nothing wrong with that. But obviously white people and black people's standards of beautiful or pretty are like different. So I'm not white, so I'm not that standard. I don't make that standard of beauty. I'm not even on a scale. So, you know, you don't get guys that are liking you or girls that are like, you're so, well, I mean, they tell you that, but it's like, girls just say stuff to like be nice to other girls. But so my whole life, I just like look in the mirror and would be like, I'm so ugly because I couldn't grow hair. I didn't have straight hair. I had like little PBs everywhere because no one knew how to do my hair. I had a big gap. I had like, I was just like not, I don't know. I knew I wasn't pretty, and then like not getting any validation from like people around me just like confirmed it for me. So because of that, I would stop looking in mirrors. I would like, I had some pictures that I would like cut my face out of because I was like, I'm so ugly. Like I wouldn't think of myself what I look like because it would cause so much distress. And because of that, my body and like all the emotions I used to have, like looking at myself and saying I'm so ugly and stuff like that, my body, like I guess it like put like a emotional wall to like stop me from going even there and causing myself pain. So anytime I even try to think of what I look like, it literally is like I can't. It's just like nothing. It's just like, well, it's me, but it's like blurry. I don't know like from what day, what era, what outfit, nothing. It's just like a silhouette and it's just blurry. And it was like the Grok was like, your body does that to protect you from like all those feelings, those intense feelings that you used to have and like didn't know like how to handle. And like maybe your body still doesn't know how to handle. So instead of like trying to like put your balance, like try to mess yourself up, your body just like shut, like, no, we're not going there. It just puts a wall. So yeah, I know what I look like, but when I try to picture it, there's like, it's just blur. I can't see anything. And that's because of trauma, because when I was younger, like it caused me so much distress to look at myself and to tell myself I'm ugly and then see other people and like be like, why don't I have straight hair? Why don't I have straight teeth? Why do I have such a big nose? Like yeah, I caused myself so much distress. And so my body just like was like, we're not even going there anymore. So now I can't even picture myself. I don't know what I look like. And so, I mean, I should work through it, but like, I still don't think I'm like pretty. And so I really haven't made any progress. Obviously, when I get like my nose done and stuff like that, I'll think I'm pretty and work on that then. But right now, I still don't think I'm pretty, so I can't even fix it. So yeah, I don't know what I look like, which is crazy. Yeah, I want to make, I need like a ring to manage my breathing and tell me like a light, maybe tell me if I'm like doing breathing good or breathing out. Like I really want to do something. I just don't have any money to create it. So I'm like, I'll just do a website, which my friend, I think he's gonna ask me, he's getting deported, but he's like, maybe you should, someone's telling me that he's gonna call me and ask me, but to like marry him for 20 grand. But like, we don't have to like, we're friends, so we wouldn't be like married, but we'd be like sign papers and he'd give me 20 grand. And I'm like, at first I'm like, yeah, if I have a hymen, then I do it. I don't know if I have a hymen. I've been looking up where's a hymen, and then I haven't put a mirror down there. I don't know where it's at. So I don't think I have a hymen. And like, I don't know, a big thing about me is like my virginity. Like I put it on my story that I was a virgin, and people are like, why would you do that? But I'm just like, it's such a celebration to me after like everything I've been through. And like, I could have like, even now that I'm starting to get more attention, I could have been like, yeah, let's do it. But I haven't, because I really want to give I don't even get an animal, because I want my first love, my first everything to be towards a man, and I want like vice versa. So virginity is really big to me, like so important, and like it's such like a cause of celebration that I'm still virgin. I'm 26, and I put on my story because I want everyone to know that. And people were mad about it, but I was like, and they were like, that's so cringe, but I want people to know that. That's like, it's such an accomplishment to me. But I don't think I have a hymen, and in my community, a hymen shows your virginity, that you're still virgin. So I'm like, if I get married and then I'm like, tell this guy, yeah, I'm married to him for his citizenship, but we don't do anything, like, which, like, he's not going to believe that unless I have something to show for it. So if I had a hymen, then I could like go to doctors and be like, look, I'm still virgin. But if not, he's not going to believe that. So I'm like, then I'm not going to do it. So I'm like, if once he asks me, I'll be like, if I have like, I'll ask him to pay for an OBGYN visit, and then they'll be like, show me if I have a hymen. And if I have a hymen, I'd probably do it. But then I'm like, it's 7 years. That's like $2 grand a year. What if I meet like the person I want to be with before then? Like, what, like, will I have to wait? Like, cause I can't divorce him. Yeah. I really hope I have a hymen. I really do. Yeah. Being a virgin is such a big deal to me. Like, it's such a big accomplishment for me. I actually stopped believing I was a virgin because I got made fun of my last job. So I made up the story at this job, and I'm like, oh yeah, I did it once when I was 16, and it was so traumatizing, so I never did it again. And because I didn't want them to know I was a virgin, 26-year-old. Well, I told them I was 24, so 24-year-old virgin. So I actually started believing that, which is the craziest thing. Like, I'm not a virgin. I'm not a virgin. And I was like, that's actually crazy. I'm like, let me just stop talking about it. And also, it was like so traumatic because they kept on asking me different questions, and I couldn't keep up with the lie. Like, every like couple of days we'd ask other questions. I couldn't keep up. I'm like, what did I say last time? And I'm like, just let me just stop talking about it. So we stopped talking about it. I probably won't talk about it again. There's this girl there that like so at my other job, me and this guy, we talk for like 8 hours because we work on the shift together. So we'll talk the whole shift. And we got so close, but you know, he knows my boundaries, and like, it's like a guy friend. So it's like, well, you can't ever get like that close. You know, he's gonna get a girl, he has a girl. So then, you know, you're never gonna like hang out and stuff like that. You're just gonna you're just gonna be work friends. And so I'm so comfortable with that. But with this job, you know, me and this girl, like I'll start talking to her like I used to talk to the other guy, and we got really close. But like she's starting to want, like, she wants to hang out and stuff like that, and I'm just like, no, like, because like I don't know how to set boundaries with a girl. You can, like, I don't know. Also, like, if she wasn't raised how I was raised, like, and she's like a kid and stuff like that, which is just so judgmental, but it's just my trauma. Because I only feel comfortable with people that were raised like me, because I don't want to be called weird and stuff like that. So I don't act like myself, you know. I act like how a cool person would act. So like I don't feel like comfortable with her because of like she wasn't raised like me. She's got kids, she's got, you know, she's with this guy but sleeping with her baby daddy, living with her baby daddy, which is nothing wrong with that, but it's like I'm not comfortable with that lifestyle because that's not how I raised, and I don't know how to like connect with her. But yeah, we talk all the time, and like with girls, when you start talking, like they want like to like, let's go do this and this and this, and like with guys they don't do that. So I'm so uncomfortable with this relationship. So I'm gonna journal, but I had to talk some stuff out because I'm like, I'm not journaling all of this. And also, yeah. I told Emily yesterday, actually, I don't know. I really can't even talk about like stuff like I want to talk about anymore because like people are watching these, which is the weirdest thing. How the heck are people finding these? One of the videos has like 5,000, like 5,000 views. Like, how the heck are people like watching my virtual diary, like eating food and just watching it? The weirdest thing. I'm like, does anyone I know, are they like watching it? Like, I don't know, I'm scared. So I guess I'll journal the rest of it.